Hello. Are we starting? Some background, character, and task, and it will give you some nice feedback if we want to go to the enterprise level, right? So for solutions, we do the three parts. The first part is the technical core to empower the different use cases. That is multi-language is a transferring interface. We can do some like the voice and maybe the multi-language to hear and translate into go to the promote and get the result. So which means that our product could just support every different people who use a different language. So the second one is that we can just do the one user in the case use cases that the mock interview chatbot and the ChatGPT and our platform will just provide you the solution like that to help you to mock the interview and to function as the interviewer to help you to make the good job. And the third one is that we provide enterprise solutions from specialist QA and from the domain data knowledge, that is external data. And we also provide some solutions for your maybe company internal data, that is internal public one. And we also help you to do some enterprise database natural language query processing and generative your nice and beautiful data into here. Just use the natural language, and it will help you to generate some SQL code. So sounds good, right? Let's start. So first part using the case use cases for mock interview. Let's just witness what's the power go to here. So yeah.
Okay. So let's jump to the next session about the mock interviewer. The job searching in 2023 is really awful, especially for our new graduate. Now, the recent open job always require, like 3 or even 5 years experience, and people struggle to find their jobs, especially for our international students. And we also face the issue that how to express our ideas in the interview, how to make our, how to convey what we are thinking clearly to the interviewer. So we developed this tool to help our have our people, have our students and other people to practice their English and also prepare for the interview, behavior questions and prepare some, the something related job descriptions. So the first thing I will talk about the technologies. For this interview is accepting the text input and also your audio input. The first thing you just need to pass your job description here. So let's go to find job descriptions right now. I just pick a random one, for example, I will just pick this one. And I pass it here. Once I upload, it should be asking me some questions right now. Okay, so it looks really fast, right? So the robot is the robot interview is start asking me questions like, the first question is, can you tell me about the time when you had a troubleshoot? Very common behavior questions. So what we'll do, we can create a record to answer the questions. So to keep it simple, I just randomly answer some these questions. And I have experience to deal with really large problems and do the intensive researches in different areas, like in the electrical engineers, and do the algorithm researches and so on. So once my recording, sorry, let's do that again. So I have extensive experience to do the research on the algorithms, especially in the forecasting algorithms. So once we click the complete, our audio will send to the Whisper API. So the Whisper API is powerful speech-to-text API provided by OpenAI. So they will basically convert your speech into text. Then the text will send to the ChatGPT, the API, and the result will also be sent to the Poly, the AWS Poly API, which is provide an like human synthesized audio. Yeah, that's it. You can keep it talking. You can keep talking to him until you feel satisfied or you feel bored. Yeah, that's it. I will leave my time to my partners talk about more about the specialist robots. I think Bing where you can share your screen now.
Yeah, okay. I will just give you guys a quick guide about the knowledge base of the CRM system, which is called a Rsult. Because Rsult is actually a 2B platform and is having the open source materials and also some materials and resources only for the internal use. And in this case, it's not very powerful to use a Google search to get information you want. And even for the internal search, it's still not powerful enough. So for most of the people working with the CRM platform, they have to spend a lot of time to looking for the information they're looking for, and so that they can just get their problem done. Okay, so that's why we are building this knowledge-based fine-tuning ChatGPT, which is including a lot of materials from the Rsult, whether from the open source or the internal use source, like the knowledge base, the academic video, or the community discussions. And so just give you guys a very quick sample questions here. Like this one, if you are sending questions to the ChatGPT, and then they will just come back to tell you how, what you should do about your questions, and which should hugely save your time. And because this ChatGPT, I mean, this robot is actually still growing, so we really don't want to limit its potential. And we still leave a page called uploader here, which you can paste your text here, and which will link to the embedding function, which can embedding everything and then send to the Pinecone. And then the model will just learn about this, and on the next time, it will give you a better answer with all this updated knowledge. And that's basically how it works for the knowledge-based Q&A for the CRM system. And then I will just leave other time to my coworker to show you the rest parts, domain data, and the private database.
Yep, sounds good. Thanks, Ziwei and Binghui, to introduce that. And let me share my screen to talk about the another thing. Yeah. So for specialists, actually we need to think about this. The product is this mock interview is to customer, right? Our product is to customer, and the specialty seems like to enterprise to the business. So like the Binghui said, this customer, this business, it seems like we provided, we have the competent knowledge database, and we seems like to connect us with the ChatGPT, and since we can provide some, the business requirement and input that, and they will give you any feedback to help you to query your doc or query your some technical details you do not know that. It seems like it just, I mean, that is the substitution solutions for fine tuning. So we use the embedding to do that. So for now, we can just look the domain data. So that is the external one, right? So typically we have the, the healthcare or maybe fintech data that is for domain. So that is the this industry data the ChatGPT could not pre-train, or maybe that is the, before the 2021. So for now, I just use a Pinecone to do some things like to just upload some Yeah, let me introduce this. The objective is to use the natural language to do the QA, get the answer for the specific realm, and especially some industry news. That is very important for the 2022 to present. And we just need to write the promote. And so we can get the answer about the crypto news and the nanomedicine, state of our research, and we can use the Langchain with the Pinecone, that is technical part, to embedding the multiple data source like a PDF, URL, and some HTML and CSV file into the Pinecone vector DB and connect with the GPT to do the QA chatbot. Sounds powerful, right? Let's try the questions to about crypto or maybe nanomedicine. Yeah. So how about this one? What is the 3D nanogel associated mechanism function? So sounds very professional, right? Let's do that then to see the result, how it's going on. Okay, they show that the result is the 3D nanomodel and regulates multiple functions such as blah 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 blah. So it sounds professional, right? We also can see the background and what's the document on here. This seems like a source, right? You get the information, you get the answer, but you also need to find some source. That is, so sounds powerful, right? Let's do another, like do the fun tech, right? So okay, the question is that this one, okay. What is sounds good. What happened? What is the crypto cap market cap in 2022?
I think you may need
Yeah, I don't know.
refresh the
Maybe
page.
you
It should be
know the Streamlit. Okay,
yeah. You may
let me
just
try again.
refresh the page.
I need to rerun that.
No, you don't have. You can just keep going.
Yeah, let me try that. Oops, same problem. But I think it will work successful in the Zwi's interface. So why maybe Zwi, you can share your screen to try that.
Okay, yeah, sure. Just send me the questions in the chat box, in Teams,
Yeah,
so
no
I can
problem.
keep
Sometimes the Streamlit
yes,
is not
Streamlit is sometimes
stable.
stable, and since we are a lot, we also share one Streamlit time. Yeah.
Got it?
Send it.
Yes.
I didn't see it.
Okay.
I can type it.
Yeah, you can go to the final project. I provide the question here.
What is the crypto market?
Yeah, crypto market cap in 2022, because everybody knows that ChatGPT is doing. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like it's somehow stupid. Let's try it again. No, sometimes it can happen.
Yeah, maybe you can just
They just can
click.
search the related document related knowledges, something from the documentation. So the one thing we can do is to keep upload new documentations to the vector database, or you can just to specify your questions even more specific. Maybe the question is the answer is still there. You just can't find it. This may be two solutions for this problem. How about let's keep going about the database part.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. Second. Okay, let me share my screen. Yeah, so after we delve into the domain data, and we also do some knowledge database, that is for the internal public one. So we have external data, internal data. We also can use some private data, right? Sometimes we use production database. We wanted to do some query. It's difficult one, right? We need to hire some, data analyst or data engineer to do some query. But sometimes, it's very frequently that some market or maybe salesperson, they do not know the SQL, right? But they still want to get the query, get the data from the database to do some dashboarding, or maybe to just think about what's the market strategy of that. So for now, they can directly use the natural language to just talk with the database. So our objective seems like to build to query the enterprise private database to output the SQL code. So you have a double one. So the anticipated result is that you can query the MySQL database data based on any department business requirement and in the remote MySQL server connection, and by incorporating the OpenAI GPT model with the Langchain to return the SQL query and result. So let's try once. But before that, we directly go to the MySQL database to just seems like animate the real business case. So here I just write some recursive CDE to help me to just find the supporting and level of the from the employer and their manager. So it seems like the difficult one, right? So and it also just returns the result like employer number, last name, first name, and level. So it's just ordered by the hierarchy. We can say that. So let's try this. So the question is that write the SQL query to the query the hierarchy relationship between the employer and their subordinates in the classical model, and sort by the hierarchy. So we want to use the recursive CTE, right? So we provided this promote, go to here, and we click submit. And let's say what's the power, go to here. And we can compare that with the MySQL query or MySQL result, and to do some validation. Yeah. Okay, so it gave us some result on here, and to like follow the format on here. It's just the same with the result of go to here, right? Just the level is different. Is from 0, start point is from 0, or start point is from 1. But actually the order is same. So we can say they also provided generate some SQL query. You are just drive you crazy, drive some market person or salesperson crazy. They do not have this knowledge, but no worries. With the ChatGPT and Langchain, we can directly just based on your natural language and to output the SQL query. That is the same with this real time. We need to do that, right? It means that MySQL, that is data engineer person said just to write that. But for now, the directly to output that. So maybe you can put this, go to your talk with your data engineer person and do some validation. But yeah, sounds good. That is very powerful. But we also said that we provide some multi-language power, right? So here we do some translation. Like for me, I'm Chinese, so I just translate this word to the Chinese. You can do some Japanese or Korea or something like that. So which means that our product with the ChatGPT, OpenAI, and the Langchain, we support the multi-language. Maybe the all around the world, everybody could use that, even though you do not know the English, or maybe your English is not very professional. So you can use that. Let us try the different language to do that. Yes, you can see that the result is same, and they also just can recognize that you're multi-language on here, even though you're Chinese or you're Singapore, you're in the France. no worries. You can just upload every different language on here just to clear what's the business requirement on here and then put your promote on here. Everything is just going to here to show your power and give you a result. So sounds perfect, right? That's all.
Yeah, I think this is all my content. But also, you probably you see that how the SQL is works. It looks really fancy. Thank you, Randall. But first thing you need to set up your SQL database. About how to set up your SQL database and connect to the ChatGPT using the Langchain. We also prepared a notebook along with our GitHub, and we'll also attach the GitHub link below this video. And thank you. Randall, do you have anything you want to say right now?
Yes, thank you all. Yeah, any questions, just come to my channel and we can just provide you some solutions and from the hands-on from 0 to 1. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your watching.
Bye.
Okay, so what is the crypto market cap in 2022? And then we can click submit. Let's see the result. It looks awesome. This really looks awesome. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, sounds good.